Hi, Mickey. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
So what's Jash?
Jash is a comedy community. Yeah, we're a comedy community founded by Sarah Silverman, Reggie Watts, Tim and Eric, and Michael Cera. And we basically help them on a variety of levels. We produce shows, we produce, live, and then also on TV, and then also on different digital platforms. We do a bunch of work with brands, so we help connect comedians and brands. We do a lot in the way of audience, so we help them to build their audience, help them to focus on what platforms are working best, so on and so forth.
I have heard about you guys. I watched Sarah Silverman, and I met her at Comic-Con a couple years ago.
Oh my God, small world.
It is a small world. What was she there for? She was for, not Penguin, she was for the other...
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yes.
Wreck-It Ralph, great movie, classic.
Together.
It was the weirdest thing in the world when I started working with her and my son. I have a now 4-year-old son. It was like the first movie that he became addicted to was Wreck-It Ralph, and I would just like hear her voice like all the time. Like it was like one of those things where I watched it, at night and with him, and like he would be in cars, and I would just hear Sarah all day to the point where I was like, I don't know if I'm actually talking to her, or she's like playing in the background, or fun.
It's a fun movie.
It's a great movie. Great movie.
So tell me about working on the digital platform for your clients and your team. It has changed entertainment so much.
It has, but it's exciting, I think a lot of people, especially with anything change-oriented, they're terrified of it, but I think for the people that have approached it as a means of expression less than a means of promotion, it's paid off, People are able to entertain new audiences in new ways, which is cool.
It's a lot more freedom than it used to be.
Oh my God, yes. It can be paralyzing though, I think, at the same time. I think a lot of people view freedom as this amazing thing to have, and that you can do whatever you want to do, but sometimes I think it paralyzes people because they don't know what to do. They don't have that box in which they can then go break. So sometimes it's nice to say, hey, let's make a music video. Let's do this thing, and then they can make a music video that plays on Snapchat or plays, with different, levels of different platforms. This guy, Young Jake, if you know Young Jake, is amazing. You should check him out. Embedded, he's awesome. But he does things that take what different platforms do well and plays them at the same time and against each other. It's really fun. Yeah.
Now, how did you guys all decide on working together and creating Jash?
Daniel Kellison. Daniel Kellison is one of the other founders of the company, and he kind of brought the whole thing together. He was brought into it, I think, through Doug DeLuca, who had a previous relationship with YouTube, who's one of our other founders, who is and also an executive producer over at Jimmy Kimmel Live. And Daniel reached out to me. I was at the time over at Maker Studios, and then also went out and talked to Sarah and talked to Michael and talked to Reggie and Tim and Eric, and yeah, it's cool.
Now, working on it, how do you guys figure out... I'm going to do that again. What would you tell to other young comics who want to control their own creative process?
I'd say, it really comes down to using social and using any opportunity that you have to create and entertain less than to promote, right? So, don't talk about on Facebook, on Twitter, on Snapchat, on Instagram, on whatever. Don't be like, hey, come check out my show, because then all you're doing at all times is asking people to do something. Instead, maybe use it as an opportunity to give them some sort of entertainment, give them something that provides value to them in their day. And if you're doing that, then they're going to be more likely to then also come check out your show.
Now, one of the things that I really like about the platform is that it makes it so much easier to create some content and put it out quicker than it does on normal TV. Do you guys find that being able to do something quickly sometimes will cause a little bit of a backlash when people will say, oh, it's too soon?
Oh my God, yeah. It's double-edged sword, is it? You're able to get more eyeballs if you're riding a trend, right? If you're able to react in the moment, something's going to spread incredibly fast because it's on the top of people's minds. It's something that people can add their own voice to, their own comment to. They can use it in their own conversation. But that comes with a penalty sometimes, is that you don't always necessarily do the right amount of research on both sides of an argument or whatever it may be. So you have to. It's a fine line. It's a very fine line.
So I know Sarah is very political. Is she bringing that into her humor on using Jash?
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, we made a couple videos. We made a video with her. That was one of our very first videos about voter suppression and how, basically the Republican Party was starting to turn away different people from being able to vote. And it spread like crazy. It was 2 million views or something like that. One of our first videos, it was yes, we're doing this. It was a good moment. Yeah.
I know it's so great to be able to use your platform to change minds, because a lot of people don't understand the importance of voting, and they don't understand the importance of when you are posting something online, how it can negatively impact your life. I mean, quite a few people have gotten fired after posting and saying inappropriate things.
Oh my God! I guess this is a new world in which we live, right? And I think that people sometimes think that the worlds are separate. That like you can have like your day-to-day life, and then you also have like this social life that you can construct and make kind of whatever it is that you want it to be. They're tied together. You're the same person. Like you got to be smart.
But they aren't. So what has been the one thing coming out this week that you guys said to yourselves, we have to make a comedy video about this, we have to do something? My big thing is hearing about how Kim Kardashian is a little frustrated with her husband always talking about his ex.
I mean, yeah, Kanye is like endless material, It's like, this is like the same thing with Trump. It's like they're parodies of themselves, so you can't really, there's only so much you can do more just like than talk about it and like break it down and rationalize it a little bit. There's this guy Jensen Karp, if you know of Jensen Karp at all, and he is he's a master of many things, but he has a book coming out that's called Kanye West Owes Me $300. And it's like the guy's got more stories about this man than anybody will ever know, but it just seems like he's that guy. Kanye's just that guy. He's got stories in a million different directions. So yeah, Kanye. Yeah.
He is that guy. He's that one that we all knew in college that was always doing something stupid and bringing you in with them.
100%. Yeah. That's why we love him, right? That's why we love him.
I
You love watching him.
No, I don't watch the Kardashians either.
I don't watch the Kardashians. Is he on the Kardashians? Oh man, that sucks.
I think he is, but I think it's more like you see his arm or something.
Yeah, you see like it
but not him
in the background.
Because that is Kim's planet, and she likes to make sure all eyes are on the boobs and the ass.
That was somebody posted something a while ago that was it looked at all the men that have gone through the Kardashian world, and just like how every one of them something, yeah, exactly, some sort of crazy explode. So
they are nothing but trouble. I don't know who to compare them to in history, but it seems like every man who's inserted their penis into their vaginas have immediately just went downhill. So I'm waiting for.
They're an experiment all themselves,
They are. I mean, they're attractive, but it's like, do I really want to hear them talk? They're not my cup of tea.
People do, for whatever reason people do.
But it was so fun talking to you. Now, are you guys in LA?
We are in Culver City.
Maybe we can come down and check out your offices one day.
Yeah, please. You're always welcome.
I'm welcome. Yay. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Give me a hug.
Oh, you should take some vitamins afterwards.
I will. Thank you.